Hi, I'm Trevis Gleason. I'm here with Bobby and with Sharon, and we're going to be talking about MS in family. And Bobby is a nurse practitioner who specializes in multiple sclerosis, and Sharon, you're someone who has known MS in the family for quite some time. So tell us a little bit about how you first heard those letters MS.
Oh wow, I'll never forget. I was about 10 years old, and my father was a pilot for American Airlines and was having a lot of strange things happening to him. And he picked me up at school one day, and that's when I first heard the words multiple sclerosis. My father, unfortunately, had a very progressive form of MS, and he lost his fight when he was only 48 years old. So it was only 8 years after his death that I sat before a neurologist, and I was told that I too had multiple sclerosis.
Genetics in MS. So Sharon's dad had MS, Sharon has MS.
There's a higher incidence of MS in families compared to the general population. In the general population without any family history of MS, it can occur in about 1 in 750 people. With a family history, maybe a parent or a sibling, it might be 1 in 40. For children of a parent with MS, if it's a male child, it could be a 1% chance, and for a female, up to 5%.
You mentioned the propensity within a family. Mm-hmm. So does that propensity extend? So if one member of a family gets MS and then the second member, does that explode exponentially as we go?
Well, it increases if more family members have MS. But the other thing that I'd like to mention is the course that Sharon's MS takes does not necessarily follow the same course that her father's MS takes. I
know that you have a strapping young son headed off to the Air Force soon, and you've got lovely twin daughters. What's that little voice that's inside your head before you fall asleep about the next generation of MS?
It's there all the time because of my father. So my goal in life is to do everything I can to raise funds for research to make sure that my 3 children never have to hear the words, "you have multiple sclerosis."
I think when there's MS in the family, children oftentimes worry about their parents, but I think the other thing is children take their lead from their parents. If their parents are comfortable talking about the disease, asking children if they have any questions, letting them have input into their care and help with decision making, then they feel a part of the overall process, and that takes away some of the fear that children may have.
And so how do you incorporate that into your family living with your MS?
My husband and I have always chosen to talk about MS with our children on an age-appropriate level, which obviously changes over the years as they grow older. But they have also been very involved. Our daughters have gone to a children's camp where other kids whose parents have MS have gone. We don't want them to be in fear, but they do know that the possibility is there. And so they throw their passion into Bike MS, just like their mom and dad.
For everydayhealth.com, I'm Trevis Gleason.